Warning, MF Uncensored contains adult language and discussion. Listener discretion is advised.
We're a couple of misfits. We're a couple of misfits. What's the matter with misfits? That's where we fit in. We're not Duffy and Dilly. Don't go around willy-nilly. Seems to us.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to MF Uncensored. If you guys are listening to us on the go, you can find us on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Samsung Podcasts, basically anywhere you guys get your podcasts. You can also find more of our content on our website, themisfitfaction.com. There you find links to not only this show, but our other shows like the Multiverse Fancast and Cinematic Adventures. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Paul, and first and foremost, Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a very happy and healthy holiday and New Year's season.
It's 2022!
Shit. No. Don't even joke. We are not repeating. We are not Groundhog Day in this bitch, all right?
Well, I wasn't on last year, so obviously, you know.
So, in the studio today, we obviously have Sean. Sean, how are you today?
I'm amazing. It's going to be a great year.
All right, Ross.
It's going to be no DC movies. It's going to be barely any Marvel movies. I'm looking forward to it.
This is why he wasn't on last year. And we also have Ronnie. Ronnie, how are you today?
I am doing great. How about you?
Doing all right. You know what? Because this is a follow-up episode to one of our most popular episodes. Now, we did this episode. It was more like our fifth or sixth. It was brand new into our show, and it had a huge response and a little controversial response too, because some people loved it, some people had an issue with it, some people, said that we use naughty language, some people... Oh, well, indeed.
Somebody said you use naughty language?
Well, the title of the episode was New Year's Resolutions Are Bullshit. But I put a $sign instead of the S.
Yeah.
So they were actually $sign it. But anywho, I had to really think about that.
I really find it hard to believe that people to this day still think bullshit is a bad, just...
Bullshit.
Do you guys watch The Good Place with Kristen Bell?
I didn't get to, but I heard it was very
We
good.
just started watching it on Netflix because that's how, we do things now. And they can't curse on the show. So they say things like, this is total bullshit.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
fork me. It's very funny. Anywho, so... Today's episode is a follow-up to our episode from last year where we talk a little bit more about New Year's resolutions and why, for the most part, we think that they're kind of bullshit.
Amen.
We have a very unique perspective. Now we got Sean here because, as he pointed out, not petty at all, that he was not here last year for that episode. But maybe stances have changed. It's been 2022 words has been a year. It has been a very strange year, a very long year, a very... interesting.
I found it to be a very short year.
Yeah, it did seem kind
flew
of short.
for me.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, it flew. I felt like it flew.
Shut up, Sean.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So
Somebody's
Sean, don't
life
worry.
is a
I
little
agree
tough
with you.
right now.
we have optimistic Sean. I'm all about
I
it.
said I'm optimistic. I'm just saying the year felt like it went fast.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna see, especially from Ronnie and I, if our perspectives have changed, if our mentality has changed about setting goals and New Year's resolutions, and then we'll get to hear from Sean and kind of hear what his thoughts are on the whole New Year's thing and celebrations, because we do enjoy celebrating New Year's. We've typically celebrated together, except when Ronnie went to Boston this year.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you
Jeez,
did.
He had to have a special New Year's with his wife. What an asshole.
Oh, seriously.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
I'm mad at him.
Guys,
Seriously.
I know I'm an asshole. Nothing has changed.
Not your New Year's resolution this year.
Nope.
But so let's start off with, first let's start off on a positive note. New Year's traditions that we still enjoy, right? Because we're about to bash one that everybody tries and we don't enjoy.
Watching the ball drop.
Balls?
You can't... not balls, the ball.
I mean, we are in our 30s.
The ball.
Mine's
The ball.
already...
Oh, yeah. I should probably call my doctor. But anywho, yes, watching the New Year's ball drop, that's always been something that we've done. I don't know. It's it's cool. It's exciting.
The ball dropping is it. When I was a kid, it was watching Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was always whoever the big, music artists are at the time would perform, and they'd get celebrities.
Quote unquote perform.
Nothing against
Mariah
Ryan
Carey
Seacrest, but it sucks.
Yeah.
And every channel tries to do it, with different. I think last year Miley Cyrus did one with
She's
someone
doing
else.
one. Yeah,
I think she's doing it again this year. That part I have no interest in. Give me the last 20 minutes when you get the clock is going, and that's it. Other than that,
Yeah, I usually don't watch it until
like
countdown
11,
starts,
like 11:30 is when it's
Yeah.
like, okay, let's turn on the
Other
TV.
than that, it's just drinking, eating, and playing games or whatever.
It's always on in the background, though.
Yeah.
It's always,
it's always on, but you're not really watching.
You're not paying attention to it.
I always like when they show like different parts of the country, though.
Yeah.
Like they show, what's going on in California, what's going on in other places.
other countries where it's like
Stupid Americans.
12 hours ahead of
Yeah.
time.
But who would be a better host then? I would love to see Ryan Reynolds host it and just be super ironic about the whole thing.
I don't think you'd ever be able to do it, but yeah, something like that. I mean, but that's
Somebody
the
that
thing, though.
has
You need someone who can just carry a show like that.
The Rock. I think he would be a good host.
You need to stop.
No. Just because he's charismatic, I think him and somebody else would have to be like a team, though.
Yeah, it would be him and Kevin Hart, and I want to shoot myself in the head.
Well, see, I wouldn't want, even as much as I love them together and think they have great chemistry, I wouldn't want that just because for the same reasons. But I think just his charismatic and the way he connects to people, I think is what would be good.
I would like
but
Ryan.
He needs somebody to be a little bit more like focused on it.
I would like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I think that would just be a fun dynamic.
Well, it's kind of the same. It's the same as like when you host the Oscars. So you need that one per like a Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Ricky Gervais.
Or a Chris Rock.
Chris Rock would be good. There you go.
Watch out.
He would be good.
Well, yeah, he would be.
Has he hosted anything since the
No,
Oscars?
no. And I don't think he probably will again.
But yeah, so somebody that's has like a little comedic background to them. You know who I'd love to see is Tom Segura and Burt Kreischer.
You're
Burt
so
Kreischer
obsessed.
is funny.
You're so
Yeah.
obsessed. You're so obsessed.
Burt
with him.
Kreischer is funny.
Oh, he's
is.
very funny.
Yeah.
But Ronnie's just in love with him.
I just
Because
love
Ronnie would
both
love
of
to
them.
be at his job with no shirt doing what he loves.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be shirtless, drinking all day, and being funny and getting paid for it?
I mean, I like having my shirt on. I get self-conscious.
I don't know why. It's like you work out all the time, so like
I work out.
show off them.
No, that's why I wear schmediums. God. As I'm sitting here in my Multiverse Fancast t-shirt that you can get on our website, themisfitfaction.com.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. It's our show. We're going to plug ourselves, which, that sounded
Stop
uncomfortable.
plugging yourself, man.
But anyway, so we talked a little bit about some of the things we enjoy. Obviously we enjoy the drinking. We enjoy, watching the ball drop. And we also, I think for the most part, we've kind of relegated to being at a house or somewhere quiet.
Over the
and
last
going
couple
out.
years, yeah. I think we've hit that age where we're just like, do we really want a chance that we want to be out and about on New Year's Eve? Like, not that, obviously when you have it over at someone's house, people still have to travel to get to said house. So that's
You're
always a worry.
smarter with it.
You're smarter, and the person who's hosting is hopefully smart enough to be like, okay, stay over.
Yeah,
If
and
you're
I was gonna say
drinking
that's the thing
much.
too is we're all like, listen, guys, you could just sleep on the couch, sleep here, sleep wherever. If you get too drunk, we're not. If you go out somewhere, you can't sleep at the bar. You gotta go home or somewhere else. So,
God, do you remember what was it? We did Bull and
Barrel.
Barrel,
yep,
and we got there at like 5 o'clock.
We got there super early.
yeah,
And it was, the first 3 hours were like painful. We were just like, what the frick are we going to do here?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to do.
Well, there was like food and
It was
like
food,
Yeah,
but like
they did
there
like a
wasn't even
dinner
like
thing.
a pool table to play. It wasn't even like, there was nothing to do. It was just sitting around and like.
and
then
talking
once-
like we don't ever do.
yeah, right.
And then we got to about 8 o'clock, and then the music was really starting to pick up, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is not bad.
And Ronnie caused that domestic dispute between two women next to us. That was that same night.
Oh,
though.
I met those women. They're happy.
Oh yeah, they're doing all right.
They're happy.
Yeah, apparently
The
there was
kid looks like Ronnie, but they're happy.
So context.
That's funny.
So
Imagine.
Ronnie is a very social animal. He has never been shy. He has never been one to. He's always just vibes out while he's there. And we were at Bull and Barrel. That was a place over by us. And Ronnie started talking to the girl next to us. Nothing like it wasn't like inappropriate or anything. Like it was just like hey like are you excited? Blah, blah, blah. Conversation. She was there with her girlfriend. And I guess the girlfriend did not enjoy that Ronnie and her were talking. Not so much Ronnie, but I think she was more mad at the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it got like the girlfriend was talking to me at one point, like, is your buddy know that we're together? I was like, I think so, sir.
Wow.
Like I was, what is going on here? And
Yeah.
we always joke that because they actually had like a full on like
Argument,
verbal
but, yeah.
argument there. I think one left without the other, and just wild night. But yeah, and we made it to midnight. Now we
Yeah.
need to take naps.
Yes.
We made it to midnight. We made it past midnight, I believe.
Yeah.
Probably like 2, 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't know about that bad, but we
But,
made it to at least
yeah.
1:30 because the party, the place kept going. It
Oh
was,
yeah,
it
the
was
party,
a hot
party
night.
was hopping, and by that time we didn't even know where we. Sidebar.
Sidebar. In all your years, did you ever, at any point, want to be in New York City on New Year's Eve?
No.
Never.
I've
Never.
wanted to, but I know I would be miserable.
Exactly why I never want to go, because I
But-
hate people.
So, would you want to be in the city, just not at Times Square?
Possibly. I could see
Possibly.
that.
Like if it was like...
Didn't we do White Plains once?
I think we did White Plains
We
once.
did White Plains for New Year's.
If
Definitely
we
for
did
Halloween.
something like where... Like we all went or something like that, and like
Had a hotel.
and
Yeah.
like whether it was just
And
to me it would be
mad far from Times Square. Like
Yes.
be in the Village or something like that. I can imagine that'd
Yeah.
still be a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, as long as it's not a crowded place.
I don't know. How
I'm
people-
okay with
I
it.
don't know how people do it.
With diapers and stuff. Like
don't know how people
it's
do it.
wild
Yeah.
I
how
don't know
far.
how they do
No.
it.
Just and like in all honesty, like I don't get the spectacle of it. Unless they're giving out money or something that I don't know about.
Yeah.
I don't know
right.
if that's money. I just think it's people who want to see famous people.
Yeah,
You know,
That's
just
fair.
want to be
but
near
even
famous
better,
people.
it's like they're, you can see them. I could see them on TV. It's the
I
same-
agree.
It's the same
I
thing.
agree, and especially when it could be like 10 degrees or
Yeah.
5 degrees out. I mean, could
Yeah.
you imagine New Year's Eve with what Christmas Eve was
Oh,
temperature wise?
No, thank you.
Well, we went on December 26th. So it was about 30-ish degrees. So it wasn't bad, but
It was
like
warm compared to the last 2
oh
days.
my god, we got lucky. But like we still like, hats and gloves and all that
Absolutely.
stuff. Again, we just did an episode. I'm not sure if it's going to come out in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks
Where
from
we
when this
talk-
episode is coming out?
Yeah, so when we talked about like things we did as children that we couldn't do as adults.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, just the fact that like the cold alone, like if it's going to be cold, I may not want to go.
Yeah,
Or if the parking's going to be an interesting concept, I don't think I want to
well,
go
you
either.
also have a massive,
Say it.
truck.
Oh. Yeah,
so,
truck
like,
too.
whenever we go to a restaurant or a bar that's got a really small parking lot, I always think of him. I'm like, dude, that must suck for you.
Yeah, his big truck can't fit into tight spaces.
Yeah. Well then, New Year's resolution. Well, unfortunately, the truck is going
Yeah?
in March. Yeah, that's
Soccer
when I-
mom, you get in the minivan?
Eat dick. I said on the podcast.
Yours?
No, not mine. But
Yours is a dick.
shut up, shut up, all of you, shut up. So let's get back to the topic at hand. So we've expressed our thoughts on the last time we did this. What our thoughts are on New Year's Eve and New Year's resolutions. So Sean, really quick, what are your thoughts on a New Year's resolution? Like, have you ever done them? No?
Never. Nah. Maybe like back in school, like your teacher would give you like, hey, what was
Yeah.
your New Year's resolution? I'd probably come up with some bullshit bullshit, thing.
To not eat as much mac and cheese.
Probably.
Get abs.
Maybe, start drinking milk or some,
Yeah.
stupid stuff when I was a kid. Like,
Because
like,
back then it was got milk. You needed it.
yeah, like now
you
I
would
get
die
milk.
without it, and
know.
now you can't have milk.
now there's so many different forms of milk. It's like,
Almond
and
milk. How
you're
the heck do you get milk from an almond?
Very carefully.
don't
You know, God's up there going, I give them so many things to milk.
Yeah, right?
Like cows and goats.
Yeah.
But they're squeezing almonds down there.
just listen to Lewis Black's thing on milk. It's
Yeah.
the funniest thing you'll ever hear because it's so true.
I thought what I said was very funny. But
It
okay.
is very
No,
funny.
no, no,
No,
no,
it's
no, no,
very
no.
good.
I chuckle. No.
I've never in my adult life I've ever said, "Oh, I'm going to do this because of New Year's." Nah, no interest.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody really in our social circle has ever really been vocal about their New Year's.
No.
Like even you guys. I mean, with like working out or stuff like that. I don't recall you guys ever being like, "Oh, I'm gonna, go to the gym more." Or, I don't know. Like,
No.
Nothing was ever that. We never really big into that.
no.
No.
So
Like I said on our other episode, it's like, why wait until New Year's? If you want to do something, do it right away.
yeah.
Don't wait
Well, 'cause I
until
think-
New Year's, because then at that point you
Well,
lose
it depends on
steam.
when they're saying that. Like, if they're saying that on, like, December 15th, I'm like, might as well just wait till New Year's because it's Christmas time. You want to, like,
I always find
splurge
that
on the food.
diet ones are the hardest ones. And
Oh,
it's
diets.
the most popular one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always that to me is like the number one. It's like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. May not work out. May not go to
She's
the gym. I'm
blessed.
going to go on a diet.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it's, I've never personally gone on a diet. I probably have had to, but I don't because I won't eat half the food that is going to be required of me to go on said diet. So
I think, like for me, the running joke in our house is the diet starts on Monday. That's what I keep saying because the
Yeah.
weekend doesn't count.
No, not at
Those
all.
calories don't count at all. But like, I also find myself in different points in my life. Like for me, I like to work out. I like to train, as I constantly say, but I also like to eat. And unfortunately, it kind of counterbalances where my arms are huge, but so is my gut. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. So for me, I understand. Like, I truly do. If people want to set New Year's resolutions, I get it. I totally do. Like, I understand that, hey, I'm unhappy about this, or this, so I want to work on those things.
Yeah.
But I think what people do is they set incredibly unrealistic goals for themselves. Like, Ronnie, if you set a goal to stop drinking in 4 days...
That was the greatest joke you've ever told.
I know, right? I said it, and I said it now. But I think what people do is they set these goals without... I find that micro goals are much more achievable and much more. So, like, for me, I do have things that I want to get done. Like, but for me, I've never been like, all right, it starts January and I have till December to see if I made it.
Yeah.
I just like to set goals that I just maintain throughout the year.
Yeah. And the thing, that's why I like saying New Year's goals other than resolutions, right? Because and then with goals, you have to make sure that they're specific. You can't just be like, I want to lose weight. Well, awesome. You lost an ounce the whole year. You lost weight.
Well, how do you want to lose the weight? What are you cutting out?
Exactly.
You're cutting out snacks. You're cutting out carbs.
Yeah.
You're cutting out meat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like you want to, you need to be.
You can't
specific.
just say I'm going to lose weight. You got to be like, what do you want to do to lose said weight?
You need to have a specific goal. It needs to be able to be measured, and you need to create action steps in order to achieve the goal. You can't just say
tiring.
You know what I mean? You can't just be like, oh, I want to lose weight. Because, again, you lose an ounce, you did your goal, right? You got to say, by the end of the year, I want to lose 50 pounds, because then that's specific, you can measure it, and as you go on, and then you say, all right, I'm going to start going to the gym twice a week and cut down on sugar or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then, like things like that, you can't just say something random. You have to be specific with your goal.
Well, and I'm sure
be able to measure.
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that actually will go to that level to do what they want to do in terms of New Year resolutions. But you do see a lot of people who are just strictly like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm like, what's your plan? Well, I don't have one.
Yeah. You need to have a plan.
So you have so basically from the minute the ball drops, you're just going to starve yourself.
Yeah.
Like what are you going to do?
Well, that's like, we have our friend Kristen, who is competitive bodybuilder. I think she's going to be on the show at some point the next couple of weeks. That's a goal that I had, more interviews, because you guys are apparently tired of hearing us talk. But like she competitively bodybuilds, so she has to take steps. Like, so you're doing something like that, that's totally understandable. Like, where you, like, here's what I want to do. Okay.
Yeah.
This requires all these different steps. And if you know that going ahead, you may be more inclined to do it. Or you may not want to do it at all. Like, I remember the first time she wanted to do it, she didn't realize the cost, the expenses that came with it. And that's something that you can count every calorie and check every macro, but like, then it's like, well, you also have to spend $600 on a bikini. And she's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I get stuff like that. I really do. And I understand why people set goals and resolutions. So we'll go around. Does anybody have any sort of goal that they want to achieve?
I actually do, actually.
Oh, okay.
I want to read 24 books by the end of the year. So 2 books a month I want to read. Oh, my
God, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Do audiobooks count?
Do
podcasts
for
count?
me, I like reading physical books, so I won't do audiobooks, but that's just me, obviously. So, yeah, I want to read 24 books throughout the whole year. Goal, obviously, would be like 2 a month to keep on track. And then, so essentially what I'd be doing is I'd be reading like 30 minutes every single day.
30 minutes is so much.
Yeah.
So much.
But see, that's why, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read, like, I like the self-help books and stuff, but I also want to read, like, like maybe like a fiction or a nonfiction too. So the goal is like 12 self-help, 12 enjoyment books. This way it's, because that's what I currently do is, all right, if I finish a self-help, I'll read like an enjoyment book. Mm-hmm. Then once I finish that, so forth and so on and so forth. So my goal is 24 books by the end of the year.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Solid goal.
Do you have any goals?
Not really.
So for me, it's funny you mentioned the book thing. I've been trying to read more, and that's just over the past like 6 months. And that's not because it's like, I need to do this. It's just like, I should do this. Like, this is something that I want to do. I used to read a lot as a kid, and I used to love reading. I finished each Harry Potter book in a day apiece.
Same,
Like I was able to speed read and retain it all and smack microphones as I'm at it. But now, like, I read 10 minutes and I'm like, I can't do this. My eyes hurt. Like, it's wild. And it's not because I need glasses or anything. It's just because, like, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And my wife's family got me I have the first Witcher book because we watched the show and I was like, I want to read the books. Got the first Witcher book maybe a year ago. And I'm maybe about a fourth into it.
I was gonna say all it's doing is collecting dust.
No, I did start reading it, but then my wife's family got me like 3 more books in the series. I'm like, crap.
Yeah, well, that's why like you got to figure out.
This is a thoughtful gift, and I'm very appreciative. But I need to get my ass going.
I was always told too, like, you know, if you don't have quote unquote time to read, get audiobooks instead of listening to music on your drive to work.
Oh, yeah. Audiobooks are huge.
Listen to an audiobook.
Audible is shit.
You know?
You can find our podcast on Audible, just so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I've never been a good reader. Never.
Yeah.
You don't read good?
I do not read good. When I was a kid and I would read out loud, like if I would just read out loud to myself, I would like get my nose would like I would just
you were allergic to reading.
It was I don't know. But then like if I read silent, I couldn't retain what I was reading.
Yeah.
It just got lost up there.
So
there's so much space.
My parents got me this Harry Potter books on tape, the cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And that's how I listened. That's how I got through every Harry Potter.
Melanie's been having trouble reading, and she'll do the audiobooks with the book. Like she'll actually put it on as she's reading.
Me? Hooked on Phonics. Tell her about it.
Oh yeah, Hooked on Phonics. Another thing that you could do in your childhood that you can't do now.
In the Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. Wow.
What was this last episode, Ronnie? God.
Right? The more you know. But
I'm teeing them up for 2 weeks.
I know, right? In 2 weeks, you get to hear the rest of this, and make sure you call us out for all the things we mentioned in this one. But for me, like, I do have goals. Like, I want to do more reading. That's just, but that's always like a perpetual goal.
He called me a nerd.
You are a nerd. But 12 books or what is it?
24 books.
24 bucks.
Yeah, even that's.
You should race them.
I'm not gonna race them. I'm gonna lose.
Why? You're that unsure of yourself?
Yeah.
There's like a tennis match right here.
I don't want to. I'm gonna lose. I don't want to. It's like going on a running.
But who says what books you have to read? You could get really short books.
No, that's lame.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
I'm just gonna
just read every Berenstain Bear book. You'll be done in a week.
I can't. My mom just gave them to the library.
Oh my God! What is with your mom and giving away your childhood?
I know, right? And then complaining that I don't see her enough. Wild. Because you gave away all my shit.
You should say next time she goes like, "When am I gonna see you again?" I don't know. When are my Pokemon cards gonna like come out of the
Don't
trash?
even joke. I made one comment about that during Christmas, and she lost her mind.
Really?
Oh my God! It was wild. I was like, whoa! First time in 9 years that I brought it up. So sorry.
Speaking of which, I wonder if my parents still have like all my baseball cards and stuff like that.
Oh, those probably not worth anything.
I had some good ones.
Did you have a Derek Jeter rookie card?
I don't think so. I know I have a Derek Jeter card. I don't know if it was his rookie year though.
So New Year's resolutions.
I think I have a Keyshawn Johnson rookie.
Actually, you know what?
Not as worth as much as a Derek Jeter rookie. Nah.
You know what goals I have? I want to continue decorating the podcast studio. We've made some progress.
Yeah,
we have. I mean, there's some movie posters that we put up, so we're good. Yeah.
Sean's saying that because we actually haven't done it yet, but now I have to.
Well, because this episode is like 3 weeks from now, I was kind of hoping they'd be up.
This eposte's next week.
Well, by the time
I'm so sorry, Paul. I'm not on the same schedule as you.
Why are you yelling? I have to edit this.
By the time this airs, the movie posters will be up.
We'll see. There's gonna be before.
He actually did say today, like, he's like, oh, hey guys, during one of our breaks, we're gonna put the movie posters up.
It's a goal. I am working on it. I'm
still waiting for the pizza.
Wait, actually, you know what? We can't do it.
Why?
Because that could be a goal for 2023.
We're gonna wait.
Did you see how long it took him to put the shelf up? Come on, man.
I only had the shelf there for 2 weeks. When we bought it, yes, only 2 weeks.
You had the bracket half screwed into the wall. One bracket for like 3 weeks before we came back and you finished it.
I needed a power drill.
You needed Ronnie is what you needed.
And even that didn't help.
Nah.
No.
Well, it's because when I was here, you didn't have the correct tools.
No, it's because when I was here, Ronnie was like, goals are stupid. Get out of here. But going back to what like the actual topic is, because who cares?
We do this a lot, don't we?
Mm-hmm. People actually still listen, though, which is even more wild. People, our highest... So, fun fact, our highest downloaded episode of like the last 6 months.
Fanny pack?
Yeah, from the Fanny pack.
Okay.
You still haven't made
sure you say that.
Yeah, you got to make sure you also put that on the website.
I will.
I know.
Who's going to buy it? Comment if you'll buy the Fun Fact Fanny Pack.
and the beanies that you're working on.
Yep.
It's funny. I'll go into the Gmail and I'll just see like all these conversations with Printful where it's like, I'm trying to make a beanie. And then Printful's like, good job.
Like you can't.
Can't do
That's
that.
what they told me.
But, we have some merchandising goals. We have some podcast goals, coming up. But our highest downloaded episode of the last 6 months was getting philosophical. What? Why did you guys listen to us be so philosophical? We still have that list of questions we got to go through.
You know why? It's because we are smart people. And people like smart people.
You used the word rememory not too long ago.
Yeah, but I also used the word equidistant that you...
That was a real word. I looked up rememory, and the only definition came from urbandictionary.com.
So then it's a word. It's in the dictionary.
I can go on
It's
Urban Dictionary
in the
right
dictionary.
now. Urban Dictionary.
Is that... What was that last word?
Urban.
Nope, the last one.
Dick.
With a
Sean.
shanary.
Shanary. But last year we did bash the idea of, and not bash. We clinically dissected the idea of New Year's resolutions and why we don't.
Are we doctors? We can clinically.
We are sometimes
Take
professional.
off the white gloves, guys.
I only have one. I only needed the one. Yeah, right. And that's the noise you made when I. Never mind. So we did discuss why we don't think that they're effective and why we don't think they work. But let's just kind of rehash a little of some of the stuff that we talked about last year. We did mention that it's because people set lofty, vague goals.
Yes.
Right? So if somebody wanted to say, I want to lose weight.
Congratulations. How much weight do you want to lose?
There it is.
Right? All right. How are you going to do that? Boom, boom, boom. Awesome.
So if you're looking to lose weight, there are things you need to think about, right? You need to think about, okay, what can I cut out of my diet? Like for me, I want to cut back on drinking. My wife and I enjoy our wine, and the girl at the liquor store knows us by name.
Ball!
A
Loading!
little bit. It's
Yeah.
it's a little uncomfortable. I want to, but to do that, what's my goal? Cut it out completely? No, I know that's not reasonable,
Yeah.
and then I'll go on to a binge. Cut it out 2 days a week?
Yeah.
Sure.
And because that's the thing too, it's got to be realistic. Like you can't be like, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks or whatever. Like that's
a
to
small
do-
child.
To do it the right way and not like cause harm to your body, that is very unrealistic to lose 50
Well,
pounds
that's the
in 2
key,
weeks.
and I think people don't understand that. It's like you have to,
Create a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle change. I mean, if you want to lose significant weight,
Yeah.
I think the number one, like for me, it was about 2 years ago. I stopped drinking sugar iced tea,
Yeah.
and I went to unsweetened. Just doing that, and you guys know me, I am not a healthy eater.
Yeah.
Like I'll eat McDonald's 3 times a week. Like significantly, probably lost 10 pounds just in my gut.
It's just
So
sugar,
like,
yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
the sugar. So
It's the unhealthy
just
sugar.
cutting
Yeah.
sugar out of your diet by itself
Yeah.
is a significant move.
Well-
and you don't have to give up
Yeah.
other foods. Now you can still do that, obviously, but I
See-
think you have to look at what you drink, what you eat, and be like, is there something I can live without?
Yeah.
Or is there something that I just need to cut back on?
Yeah, you can't cut sugar out completely because you still need sugar in you for the glucose and stuff like that. But to have healthy sugar, like eating fruits and stuff like
Yes,
like
yeah.
that's
Now,
the sugar you want.
You don't want the
But-
artificial.
exactly.
You don't want the artificial stuff.
want to drink like sodas and stuff like that that
Yes.
has, junk sugar in it. But also to me when it comes to dieting is you shouldn't be cutting anything out, to be honest with you. Like when people are like, "Oh, you can't eat pizza, you can't eat cheeseburgers." No. Still do it, but if you're used to eating a large pie by yourself, then
Shut up, Ronnie.
then
Portion
eat
control.
like half a pie.
portion
Like start
control.
with eating half a pie.
It's
you know what I mean?
moderation.
Exactly.
It's moderation.
Exactly.
And that's my problem.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be moving with my girlfriend in a couple months, so like I can't eat a box of pasta by myself anymore
Yeah.
because she'll look at me going like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "I'm hungry."
I love pasta.
So the very first time my wife, when we were dating, she came over for a movie night, and I got a bag of Chips Ahoy, and I got the white fudge chunky Chips Ahoy because
That's your nickname.
it's my stripper name. It's my stripper name. But
Chucky,
white fudge chunky. White chunky fudge.
where's the fudge?
Don't worry about it. It's white though.
In the exit only.
Oh, all right. I got gross. But anywho, like the movie is barely started. She goes, "Did you eat all those cookies?" There was like 2 left. I was like, "No."
No, there's 2 left.
And she's stuck with you.
She stuck with me. When we do pasta night,
she's a saint.
No, she is a saint. But when we do pasta
You
night,
make 2 different pastas, don't you? Like,
we do because she
eats the gluten free.
she is gluten free for the most part. She's gluten sensitive, so she
Yeah.
tries to cut back as much as she can. So she does gluten free pasta. I do my own pasta. So like we have like 3 bowls going at once.
Yeah.
Cleanup's fun, but like when we do pasta night, it's like it's an adventure. It's like all sorts of things. So for me,
speaking of which, I can't wait. Sorry,
what?
I was thinking of pasta, and I'm making a pasta dish probably either tomorrow or the next night from scratch.
Oh,
Yeah,
What kind of pasta?
carbonara, the correct way.
we have pasta from Italy, including sauces from Italy or like sauce ingredients. We got to do that one of these days. Not for you guys, for us. But
That's all right. I make my own.
so
I'm so good at that.
let's round out the episode. Do you guys have any other, like Ronnie mentioned his reading goal? Sean, do you have anything that you want to accomplish over 2023? New job?
Anything
I
you
mean,
wanna
that's
say?
been my new job is always like trying to find that number one job that will maybe like put you in a good position in terms of financial stability. So that's probably my number one, but that's about it for me. I mean, I got a lot of good things happening at the beginning of 2023 that I'm looking forward to. We'll see where the year goes, but in terms of goals, nah, pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
Polium.
I always, like I said, I want to drink a little bit less. That is always always a goal. But for me, I want to drink a little bit less, and I think really the reading thing's big. Like, and I need the right book. Like, I got a book on Norse mythology by Neil Gaiman, and it's. I have plenty of books on the subject, but for some reason this one's just caught me as I've been reading it, and it's been keeping me. So I got to find for me, it's just finding the right books, the ones that catch me and keep me engaged. Less time on my phone, less time on I just activated sleep mode on my phone. So like at 9 o'clock during the week, it like goes to sleep mode. Yeah. Where everything kind of like things are limited. Obviously I'm off this week at the time of recording, so I've been turning it off. Yeah. But trying to, limit that, trying to limit how much time I spend on social media with the exception of our podcast stuff. But, like those are small goals. It's like just taking 10 minutes out of the day. Just, not 30 minutes to, read can. But stop. It's little steps. And that's why we say New Year's resolutions are bullshit, because the resolution itself is most of the time bullshit. And it's always the same ones. It's like, I want to move into a better house. I want to get a better job. I want to, look like
this. You just called my thing bullshit.
But see, you constantly take steps, right? You look at, Indeed.com. You keep your resume updated. Yeah. You've been successful in moving to different jobs, and you're still looking for just the one that sets you. Like, Melanie is looking for a new job, but she's got to finish grad school first. So, like, that's part of her. So it's not. That was not an attack on you.
That was just funny.
But like, people will be like, "Well, I want a new job." Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
All right, well, you got to think about what you want to do. Yeah. People think resolutions are like this one size fits all. It's like, I said this and this is what I'm going to get. No, you want to lose weight. You got to, take a walk every other day, or you need to, drink less soda.
Stay active.
Like even little things. People don't realize, like you mentioned the tea. Right, that's a little thing that you can do that can have huge. Yeah. Like, I stopped drinking soda years ago and fast food. Like I don't drink fast food, but I stopped eating fast food and drinking soda years ago, and just the change. So now if like I get a soda, like like a rum and coke or something like that, it's too sweet. I can't enjoy it. Yeah. We went to Harry Potter Land right after I gave up. So I think I was like soda free for almost a year. Or like 6 months, something like
it was fairly recent.
But far enough away that
you
I couldn't finish it.
You couldn't finish it.
It was so good, but it was just too sweet. And
that's why I got the hot butterbeer.
I don't think I could ever give up soda. Mm-hmm. I have to not drink a lot of it, which I totally understand, and I don't buy it as often as I used to. Mm-hmm. But like McDonald's, gotta get a soda, gotta get a fountain Coke, man. That's just it.
Well, that was actually one of my transitions from not doing soda. Was the hardest one. The hardest one for some reason was pizza. Like getting a water with my pizza, I was like,
and now it's pizza. Still to this day, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you eat food with water. I can't do it. I need something.
Don't forget, we used to say that about drinking. We used to not drink with our meals. When we were young, when
we first started drinking, we were like drinking crappy beer, probably. But now, give me a good, good lager with a steak. I'm happy.
I still always have water though nearby.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm the same way. The only thing I drink while eating is either water, seltzer, or every once in a while I'll have like wine.
Mm-hmm. I like wine depending on the food. Wine. Like if I get a nice steak, like a good piece of steak, I like good red wine to pair with it. Now we're adults.
Mm-hmm. Now we're drinking. I still haven't got my wine. I don't have the taste for wine.
That's fine. I mean, all these things are like built in. Like you have to build up to them. We used to not like beer. We used to have trouble with beer. So Melanie and I mentioned we went to the city, and we did train beers. For like the first time in years, we
St.
each got.
Patrick's Day probably. Was
Yeah.
the last time you guys did that.
So I got a Michelob Ultra in like one of the big cans, and she got some seltzer. She couldn't finish. Like we waited till like maybe the last 40 minutes of the train, or the last half hour of the train ride. I think we hit the Harlem line, or the Harlem stop, and we're like, all right, let's start drinking.
Yeah.
She couldn't finish it. I had to like chug the end of it, and she was actually impressed. She was like, I can't believe you did that. I was like,
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna throw up now.
Yeah.
oh man, there were times where we like, remember when we used to funnel? Those were the days.
Yeah.
Shotguns. We tried to shotgun at your house.
Oh god, yeah. Thanks for
shotgun.
sending me the video of that, guys. That was hysterical to watch.
Oh my god, that was painful.
Yeah.
Man, we used to be so cool. But anyway, so this was
The
a
good
fun,
old days.
the good old days. Looking back,
It's almost summer, guys.
Yeah.
God,
With
summer-
this weather, yeah.
hey, summer's gonna look very different this year.
Why?
Ronnie's gonna
I'm gonna have a little one.
a little one.
Why you gotta just ruin it for us?
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
you just said Ronnie's future child is ruining summer. Wow.
We can still do stuff. She'll be 1 month. By the time like summer gets into full swing.
He's gonna be like Alan from The Hangover, just the baby in the front. His name's Carlos. It's a girl.
Carlita.
Oh my god.
Well, on that
No,
note,
Ronnie is Bradley Cooper in this situation.
No,
telling his students to like, F you. F you.
so we're gonna end the episode there. Thank you guys.
Sorry,
for,
Jackie.
She's not listening. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys are looking for more of our content, which after this episode, I don't know why, you can find more on our website, themisfitfaction.com. You can also find us on all social media, from Twitter to Instagram to TikTok to Facebook. Just type in Misfit Faction or MF Uncensored. Odds are you'll find some of our stuff. All joking aside, we do wish you guys have a very happy and healthy New Year's. I hope you guys do set goals, and if you guys set a New Year's resolution, reach for the stars. Shut up. No, seriously, if you guys set a New Year's resolution and you actually achieve it by the end of the year or within 6 months or whatever, send us something. Send us an email. Send us misfitfaction@gmail.com. Send us a message on social media, and we'll have you on the show. We will have you on the show for you to tell us that we are wrong and that you did it and we're stupid. We love it.
Hopefully people listen to this going like, these guys suck. I'm going to actually get something accomplished. And to spite them.
It's called reverse psychology, my friends.
Leave my wife out of this.
Wow.
Where she's like, those guys are stupid. Watch me do this.
Well, she calls us stupid to our faces all the time.
Yeah.
That
so
is
we're just
fair.
used to it.
Amen.
In love. But as always, I'm Paul,
I'm Ronnie.
I'm Sean.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Happy New Year.
Happy birthday.
See ya.
I already...